Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I am your host Jenny. Today, we've got some lively updates for you. First up, Hong Kong stocks took a tiny step back as investors decided to cash in some gains after the recent excitement over the China-US trade deal. The Hang Seng Index dipped by 0.1%, with tech stocks feeling a little cautious too. Despite the slight drop, markets across Asia mostly declined, reflecting some lingering worries about trade tensions and economic issues. Next, in the property world, China Vanke, one of the biggest developers in trouble, got a much-needed boost with a $215 million loan from its biggest shareholder, Shenzhen Metro Group. This move aims to help Vanke manage its hefty debt of over $3 billion, but concerns still linger as Fitch Ratings downgraded its bonds further into junk territory. The company's financial struggles continue, especially with declining sales and cash flow issues, showing that the property sector still faces hurdles. Finally, on a scientific note, exciting news from the herpes research front. Scientists have identified a specific protein responsible for reactivating dormant cold sores, opening doors to potential new treatments that could stop outbreaks before they start. This breakthrough could mean better management and fewer flare-ups for millions worldwide. So, stay tuned for more updates and innovative discoveries. Please continue to watch for the detailed content. According to South China Morning Post, the Hong Kong stock market experienced a slight decline as traders took profits following a brief surge prompted by the China-US trade truce. The Hang Seng Index dipped marginally by 0.1%, with tech stocks like Tencent and Alibaba showing minor losses despite some positive quarterly results. On the mainland, the CSI 300 and Shanghai Composite indexes retreated by about 0.5%, reflecting cautious investor sentiment amid ongoing concerns over unresolved trade issues and economic challenges such as deflation in China and persistent inflation in the US. Other major Asian markets, including Japan and South Korea, also edged lower, highlighting regional uncertainty despite the temporary easing of trade tensions. South China Morning Post reports that China Vanke, a heavily indebted property developer, secured a $215 million loan from Shenzhen Metro Group, its largest shareholder. This move was aimed at alleviating the company's liquidity pressures as it faces over $3.4 billion in debt obligations this year. The loan, with a favorable interest rate of 2.34%, is part of broader government-led efforts to stabilize the sector, including recent executive appointments and bond repayments that helped Vanke avoid immediate default. However, despite these measures, Fitch Ratings downgraded Vanke's bonds further into junk territory due to weaker-than-expected sales and cash flow, emphasizing the ongoing liquidity risks and the importance of continued state support for the company's survival amid Beijing's deleveraging policies. Meanwhile, South China Morning Post highlights the triumph of two students from Italy's Accademia Costume and Moda in the 9th Loro Piana Knit Design Award in Milan. Morgan Rachel Boyce and Simone Rosato impressed judges with their innovative use of linen blended with traditional Loro Piana yarns to create winter-appropriate knitwear, despite the fabric's typical association with summer garments. Their designs, inspired by nature and experimental materials like apple leather, showcased a blend of technical skill and compelling storytelling, earning them scholarships and the chance to develop their creations further at Loro Piana's factories. This competition underscores Loro Piana's commitment to craftsmanship and innovation, celebrating its centenary and resilience in the luxury industry by fostering young talent and emphasizing timeless quality over fleeting trends. The South China Morning Post reports a tragic incident in Hong Kong where a man was fatally struck by a private vehicle in Hongkong at around 3 a.m. The driver, identified as a 32-year-old surnamed Cam, was traveling east along Dyer Avenue when the accident occurred near Hang Seng House. Despite immediate medical attention, the 43-year-old victim suffered severe head injuries and was pronounced dead at Queen Elizabeth Hospital. the police have detained Cam on charges of dangerous driving causing death and are urging witnesses to come forward. This incident echoes a recent case involving former Muay Thai champion Ko Kiat Sum, who was sentenced to 2 years in prison for dangerous driving that resulted in the deaths of 2 individuals, including a renowned plastic surgeon. Both stories highlight the ongoing concerns over road safety and reckless driving in Hong Kong, emphasizing the tragic consequences that can arise from negligence behind the wheel. The South China Morning Post also discusses the UK government's review of its immigration policies concerning Hongkongers holding BNO passports. A report by the Migration Advisory Committee suggests that tightening visa rules, such as requiring English proficiency, extending settlement wait times from 5 to 10 years, and reducing the pathway to citizenship, would not significantly impact the UK economically but raises important ethical and foreign policy questions. The report underscores that the BNO visa scheme, launched in 2021 as a response to China's national security law in Hong Kong, remains a vital humanitarian route, with most visa holders choosing to stay long-term. Critics, including UK MPs, express concern that such policy shifts could unfairly affect Hong Kongers who have built lives in the UK, many of whom contribute actively to their communities through business, healthcare, and social services. The debate reflects broader tensions around migration, national security, and the moral obligations of the UK toward Hong Kongers seeking refuge. Finally, the South China Morning Post explores the allure of coin and medallion jewelry, a timeless style embraced by celebrities like Taylor Swift, Michelle Obama, and Gwyneth Paltrow. Swift's recent penchant for ancient-inspired coin jewelry, seen before her Super Bowl appearance, aligns with a centuries-old tradition where coins served not just as currency but as symbols of protection and status. Designers like Roche Matani and brands such as Bulgari and Foundry draw inspiration from historical artifacts, transforming them into talismanic pieces that carry personal and cultural significance. Matani's Il Leone medallion, inspired by Dante's Divine Courage, exemplifies jewelry as a form of self-empowerment and storytelling. Similarly, Bulgari's Manite collection reimagines Roman coins as adornments that blend art, history, and protection. These pieces are often layered and personalized, allowing wearers to express their beliefs and identities through meaningful accessories, reaffirming jewelry's role as a powerful symbol of self-discovery and cultural connection. The South China Morning Post vividly captures Hong Kong's unexpected fascination with cottage cheese, transforming from a dull, overlooked product into a culinary sensation. Once dismissed as a bland, rubbery, and squeaky dairy item, cottage cheese has experienced a renaissance driven by social media trends and innovative recipes. A friend's creative mix of balsamic, cherry tomatoes, anchovies, and fermented green chili turned the humble curd into a gourmet delight, inspiring a broader culinary revival. The article traces its origins to 19th-century European immigrant techniques, highlighting how this unassuming cheese, often associated with restrictive diets, is now celebrated for its versatility in both savory and sweet dishes. The surge in popularity, especially in places like Australia and Hong Kong, has prompted supermarkets to restock and even expand production, signaling a full-circle moment for this once-neglected dairy product. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post sheds light on the persistent mental health struggles faced by Hong Kong's LGBTQ community, revealing that depression and anxiety levels remain alarmingly high and unchanged over 7 years. A comprehensive survey by the Chinese University of Hong Kong found that nearly 31% of LGBTQ individuals suffer from moderate to severe depression, with a quarter experiencing significant anxiety, figures that mirror data from 2017. The community's plight is compounded by ongoing discrimination, bias, and inadequate legal protections, which hinder access to affirming mental health services. Many respondents reported negative experiences with healthcare providers, often being misjudged or subjected to outdated assumptions about their identities. experts emphasize the urgent need for dedicated mental health resources, specialized training for social workers, and the establishment of LGBTQ-focused support institutions to foster acceptance, affirm identities, and address the multifaceted challenges faced by this marginalized group. Lastly, the SCMP opinion highlights the concerning concentration of Hong Kong's residential market among the city's three largest developers, even amid a property downturn. Sun Hung Kai Properties, CK Asset Holdings, and Henderson Land now dominate over 60% of new residential units, a significant increase from previous years, while smaller local and mainland developers shy away from bidding on new land plots. This market dominance raises fears of reduced competition and limited housing options for residents. The trend towards smaller, more affordable units, such as flats under 431 square feet, has been reinforced by government policies like reduced stamp duties and shifting buyer preferences, primarily among first-time homeowners. The article advocates for policy measures encouraging diverse developers to participate in land sales and for greater oversight to ensure fair access and a broader variety of housing options, aiming to alleviate the city's housing shortage and promote a healthier, more competitive market landscape. The South China Morning Post vividly recounts the harrowing testimony of Cassandra Ventura, known as Cassie, who bravely revealed her traumatic experiences with Sean Diddy Combs during his ongoing sex trafficking trial. Ventura detailed a decade of abuse, control, and coercion, including violent beatings and disturbing sexual parties where she was sometimes urinated on or forced to participate in degrading acts. Her emotional account painted a picture of a woman pushed to her limits, battling addiction and suicidal thoughts, especially after a brutal hotel assault caught on surveillance footage. Ventura's testimony, filled with raw pain and vivid flashbacks, underscores the gravity of the allegations against Combs, who vehemently denies all charges, while her decision to testify reflects her resolve to confront her past and seek justice. The SCMP opinion piece highlights Hong Kong's strategic role as a global connector, emphasizing a recent high-level delegation led by Chief Executive John Lee to the Middle East. Over 5 days, the delegation secured numerous trade and investment agreements with Qatar and Kuwait, including plans to diversify economies away from oil reliance through innovation and technology. Lee's visit, which included the first official inclusion of mainland representatives, symbolized Hong Kong's expanding influence in regional development and its importance within China's broader Belt and Road Initiative. The trip also facilitated visa relaxations and discussions on free trade agreements, reinforcing Hong Kong's position as a vital hub for international trade and regional cooperation amid shifting global economic patterns. The South China Morning Post also reports on Jude Bellingham's new relationship with influencer Ashlyn Castro, capturing a moment of public affection at Madrid's Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. Castro, a Los Angeles-based social media star with over 500,000 followers, is known for her glamorous lifestyle and high-profile connections, including past relationships with Michael B. Jordan and NBA players. Their romance, which blossomed after flirtatious exchanges on social media, drew media attention, especially amid rumors of overlapping relationships. Castro's past relationships and her social media presence paint her as a sought-after influencer, while Bellingham's dating history reveals a pattern of high-profile connections, adding a layer of intrigue to their burgeoning relationship. The South China Morning Post reports that the United States has intensified its efforts to curb Iran's missile capabilities by imposing new sanctions on Chinese and Hong Kong-based entities. These sanctions target 6 individuals and 12 companies, including those involved in exporting critical materials like carbon fiber precursors to Iran's ballistic missile program. The U.S. Treasury Department emphasizes that these actions aim to prevent Iran from developing intercontinental ballistic missiles, which pose a significant threat to regional stability and U.S. security. The sanctions come amid ongoing nuclear negotiations between Washington and Tehran, highlighting the complex geopolitical landscape where China's support for Iran remains a contentious issue, with U.S. officials accusing Chinese companies of enabling Iran's malign activities. In the South China Morning Post's coverage of health breakthroughs, a promising discovery sheds light on the herpes simplex virus 1, HSV1, responsible for cold sores and some genital herpes cases. Researchers at the University of Virginia have identified a specific protein that triggers the virus's reactivation from dormancy, leading to painful outbreaks. This breakthrough offers hope for developing treatments that could prevent the virus from waking up, potentially stopping recurrent cold sores before they appear. The article shares personal stories, such as Reeves Wong Kaming, who experienced recurring cold sores linked to stress and low immunity, illustrating how HSV1 is widespread, infecting over 3.8 billion people globally, and often misunderstood due to stigma. Current treatments manage symptoms but do not cure the virus, making this scientific advancement a significant step toward targeted therapies that could mitigate long-term health impacts. Yahoo US provides a lively guide to the best beach towels for 2025, blending style, function, and sustainability for summer enthusiasts. The list features a variety of options, from plush, highly absorbent towels like Brooklinen's Boardwalk Beach Towel to budget-friendly picks such as Amazon Basics Cotton Terry Stripe Towels. The review highlights the importance of choosing the right material, whether soft velour, quick-drying microfiber, or Turkish cotton, and emphasizes features like sand resistance and eco-friendly manufacturing. The curated selection also includes personalized monogram towels, pattern designs, and oversized options, catering to different needs and preferences. Whether lounging at the shore, poolside, or packing for family trips, these top-rated towels promise comfort, durability, and style, making summer preparations more enjoyable and stylishly effortless. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Turn on the TV screen, see the world unseen. China's on the news tonight, history in the spotlight. Scroll through my phone again, find out where to begin. Stories from the east to west, learning from the very best. News in China every day, learning in a fun new way. From the cities to the farms, feel the heartbeat, feel the charm. Ancient tales in modern times, mountains high and river rise. Culture rich in every town, golden driving never down. Every headline a new friend, from beginning to the end. Connecting hearts through every word, their story always heard. News in China every day, learning a fun new way. From the cities to the farms, feel the heartbeat, feel the charm. Every headline a new friend, from beginning to the end, connecting hearts through